Hey everybody, we're Pom Oak. My name is Sean Brody, and I'm the piano player, singer of Pom Oak.
My name's Joe Fay, and I play drums for Pom Oak.
So I was probably about 6 or 7 years old. My parents had got a free piano off of Craigslist. I ended up deciding to take my power tool set that they give like little kids, wanted to be like my dad, carve my name all inside the piano.
I started playing music after my parents got divorced because my mom, she tried getting back at my dad by buying me my brother motorcycles, and then my dad got back at my mom for buying me a drum set, and I've actually been playing a drum set ever since.
That's when they realized I wanted to play the instrument. I wanted it to be mine. I really was interested in it, didn't know how to do it. They decided to give me a couple lessons, and from there it just took off. Been playing for about 17 years now.
I mean, ever since I was a young kid, I always loved banging on pots and pans and pretty much just playing and performing on anything I absolutely could. I was kind of a wild child.
My favorite song is Self-Made, and that song is about my family's home flooding, so that's been something that I've been dealing with throughout my late childhood all the way up until now. It's not that I'm not blessed, and it's not that I'm not grateful for the things I've been given throughout my childhood, but I would love to help people out.
Together, appreciate the weather. Memories of little things in life that make it so much better. Now I feel fine.
How I met Sean? Tinder, actually. We matched on Tinder and we went on our first date, and it went great. It was a great first experience.
The way that I met Joe is that I did a Boolean search on Google. If you don't know what that is, I went on Google and I typed in drummers, North Jersey, college. I got a list of like 100, 200, 300 kids that I didn't know, and I started shooting out random emails to all the kids that looked pretty serious about it. First guy to get back to me was Joe.
This was like after I wasn't playing any bands. I kind of took a break from everything for about a year, and I was just about to pretty much give up and just go to school and get a normal job, just like how everybody else is doing. And he asked me if I wanted to possibly try out for a band that he was in prior, and I said, okay, like send me some music, let's see what it sounds like, maybe I'll enjoy it and maybe we'll give it a shot. And he sent me a couple songs. I really loved it. I loved every second of it, and I would send him back videos of me playing to those songs, and that landed me a spot auditioning for them. And like about a week later, I auditioned, and they took me out to dinner after that, and they asked me if I wanted to join.
Beautiful, don't cry, let me wipe your eyes. We're all sometimes misled. You've got a pain of mind till the rational.
We formerly used to be called the Weekenders, and we changed our name to Pom Oak.
The name Pom Oak comes from our towns. It's a little tribute to the small towns that we come from. I'm from Pompton, and Joe is from Oakland. So together we got Pom Oak, and we were a 5-piece. The band decided to disband. A lot of the guys left, as they often do. We then became a 3-piece, and from there we ended up shrinking again to a 2-piece, which left myself and Joe.
I mean, we could have possibly found more members or replacements and stuff like that, but we kind of thought to ourselves, like, are we ever going to find anybody who's just as committed and just as into this as much as just you and I?
From there, we just felt like the new music we were putting out, the new sound, the new style we were going for, not that it was entirely different, but we just felt it needed to be revamped. We needed a new name, so that's why we decided to choose Pom Oak.
I mean, I wanted to do that. I still want to do it. I still love doing it, and I'm glad I did it, because if I said no and I didn't do that, I don't know where I'd be right now. I don't have any plan B. There's nothing else for me to fall back to.
Decided to work with Joe as a duo pretty much because he was one of the only guys that I felt like really, he wanted to make this plan A. Joe wanted to make this plan A and he had no plan B. And I'm the same exact way. So when we realized how bad the both of us wanted this, we just got together really well. When you have one common goal with somebody, that can be exactly what you need to start a lifelong friendship. And that's pretty much what happened with this.
We're willing to do it. We're not afraid to fail, and we're not going to fail. We're going to succeed, and we're gonna keep going no matter how many of you guys disagree.
And the whole world sang and danced to the beat of one drum. Like something divine at the same exact time we were singing at the top of our lungs. As the whole world sang and danced to the beat of one drum. There's something divine at the same exact time we were singing at the top of our lungs. As the whole world sang and danced to the beat of one drum. Like something divine. I forgot the words to our own song. Oh man. For miles there were colors of flags who waved up high, a kaleidoscope of hope as we stood there side by side, joining hands in hopes that we could change a paradigm.
So I play piano, so the way that we write the music is that I'll typically come up with a melody or a chord structure that I think is pretty cool. I'll send it over to Joe, and Joe's really good rhythmically.
Honestly, sometimes I'll just be sitting there with my drums and I'll just start playing some random beat that just kind of came out of nowhere, and he would say, wait, I like that, keep doing that, and I'll just keep playing, and he'll start playing some chords, start doing whatever he does on the piano. And
so Joe will splice up the song, and he'll help me come up with different syncopations, and syncopations are when you match different rhythms together. So he'll find a counterpart to the rhythm I've come up with, and from then we just start slowly building the structure to the song. So I write the music to it, and Joe writes the rhythm to it.
it comes together and it just sounds surreal. It's just I don't know what kind of potion that he drinks to make this work, but he does something that's absolutely amazing. Besides just me coming up with random drum parts and stuff, he'll be home or whatever playing piano, and he'll just send me videos all day of saying, hey, check this out, I started writing this, like, tell me what you think, and we'll just go back and forth. And sometimes I'll go over to his house and we'll record some drums and record some piano and just kind of build it off and try different sounds and to really explain how we feel through how we write.
Baby, you gotta get dangerous if you wanna come hang with us. I hang with cool cats, go way back. I'm down, way down where the party at. We just wanna have a good time. I'm talking real fat, and that's a fact. It's our first time, so we love to laugh.
With this new album, we decided we wanted to explore a lot of different possibilities. So from there, we started writing some jazzy stuff. We really wanted to dabble in everything. Even one of the songs has a bit of hip-hop influence, which is something we've never done before, so we're excited to see what the response is on that. I think a lot of the inspiration comes from hardships and struggles, whether it's relationship or financial difficulty or humanitarian problems. I think whatever it is, we want our music to help people cope, and I think we do a lot of coping through music, so that's what we'd like our music to do for people, for audiences. We'd like to inspire people, hopefully, and hopefully give people a reason to smile, give people a reason to look for better days, you know?
About our new album, we're pretty much, this is like a big restart button, big refresh. From what you've heard on our previous EP, it's pretty much a lot different than that.
So expectations for the new album, we want this to just travel. We want everybody and anybody to hear this album. We want you guys to tell your friends, your mom, your grandma, your dog, tell everybody. When you guys hear this, we promise there's at least one song for every listener. So I'd say that my favorite lyric from any one of our songs so far is Mr. Hatfield. Is this life is so mundane and I could use a little change.
The bridge in Mr. Hatfield, one of the newest singles that we formally released, it's really cool because there's like two different parts to it. The beginning of the bridge is more like mellow and quiet, and then it builds up to a big dance element.
Hoping for a change. You know, we're really doing this in hopes that we can change our lives. The bigger picture is change the world. That's what the message is behind everything. So we're sick and tired of the old. We want the new, we want a revolution, and that's hopefully what this music will do. We just want peace and love. That is the message behind the music.
And when that dance element hits, when you play it live, you can see the crowd, their energy just change. They get into it, they start moving, they dancing, and then I'm getting into it. I'm going crazy because I'm just so into it. My body's going over here and over there, and it's just there's nothing that beats that. There's nothing that compares to sharing a moment with all your friends and your family that's in the crowd. It's just something we can't even really describe unless you're there, unless you're at one of our shows. So you should come because it's awesome.
That's really what all of this is about. We love connecting with people, and sincerely, fans save bands. We would not be doing this without the people that are supporting us and showing us all the love that they've been showing us. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you guys.
I have a shout out to one of our fans, Sarah. This one's for you. You sent me a message the other day on Twitter, and we talked a little bit, and we got talking about our favorite little like cookie shops and pretzel shops in the malls, and I told you that I was a real big sucker for sweets. So kind of ironically, I have Tootsie Rolls in my pocket today. So this Tootsie Roll is for you, Sarah. That was it.
Okay, cool.